We are continuing on with the Louis Feuillade set, which has been an absolute joy. We're on to the third serial in this set, Judex, from 1916. And this is a little bit of a departure from the previous two, where it was always kind of master criminals or criminal gangs against a sleuthing foe. This time we have a little bit of a mix-up here. We have several factions going on. We have a duplicitous couple, one of them, Diana, played by the same actress that played Irma Vep in Les Vampires. She and her partner have planned to marry the man off with the daughter of this wealthy banker, Favrauxom, and they're kind of getting in place, but they don't realise they're stepping into the middle of a larger story, as there is a mysterious vigilante, Judex, that has blackmailed Favrauxom into giving up half his fortune because he has been up to some unscrupulous things. But he dies. He dies and everything passes on to the daughter, Jacqueline, and she discovers her father's rather bleak past and decides to write off the entire fortune, giving it to this welfare state and just ridding her hands of it. And this seems to win her the favour of Judex, this masked vigilante who promises to kind of look after her because she has done what he sees as the right thing. Now, of course, Diana and her partner, who were once planning to marry her, flee quickly because there's no money in it anymore. But they discover later on that they can maybe cajole and push this woman to try and discover Judex and to find out who murdered Favrauxom. Of course, as the viewers, we found out early on that Judex hasn't killed Favrauxom, but has since imprisoned him for life, simply because of the actions of his daughter. And thus we are flung into this story that is really expansive, that draws in all these elements from the past and really layers things up fantastically well. One of the things that really struck me about this was the constant revelations that we were getting throughout it, where you would discover moments in the past that had developed into where the situation was so grand as it was now, as you discovered more about the character of Judex and his partner, as you discovered more about the man that he kind of had helping him as well. It's all these different elements that really builds to a crescendo of a finale, while building in, strangely, a wonderfully effective love story to build in the manipulation of the female character Diana as she's constantly playing with everybody. As you get these two young boys flung into it, Jacqueline's son, Jean, and the ridiculously fun licorice kid, as he calls himself, a little orphan who's a little bit wiser than his years and really gets involved in various states of play. There are many chase sequences, action set pieces, fun, thrilling set pieces that just add to the mix here. And because of the quick runtime of all the episodes, it was one of those series that I found myself easy to burn through. I think the longest episode is about 42 minutes and the shortest one is just over 10, and there are a prologue and 12 episodes within this. And it just keeps that serial idea going wonderfully well. The way everything is plotted so intricately that it just keeps driving forward. There is so much to see, from the wonderful Chateau Rouge, where our criminal mastermind, our vigilante mastermind, the Judex, is working out from. You have these wonderful vistas of the shore of this dilapidated chateau, as we jump to various aspects of the countryside, where we see Jean living with his adoptive parents at the start, following Jacqueline, this character who has given away everything, is just struggling to make things right and constantly seems to be pushed back. There is so much wealth and rich history within all the characters, and although it feels like a sprawling story, we are kind of contained to maybe 8, 10 characters, and it really, really delves into them and really gives them wonderful arcs throughout the 6-hour runtime of this serial. Like I said, there are some familiar faces, like the character that played Irma Vape, Mizadora, is back as the female antagonist again. We get Mizamet from Les Vampires is back as a different character once more, Coquetin, and it's nice to see these familiar faces back playing kind of sometimes similar roles, sometimes just a little bit different. It was a wonderfully contained tale. It didn't feel as grand as Les Vampires. I think it was better because of that, because it was so refined, because it had this wonderful tale, and because it kept having these revelations in the short, impactful episodes, just made me want to watch more. And it has this absolutely terrific score throughout it, and it has this reoccurring theme that's kind of jaunty and fun and exciting at the same time, and can be twisted a little bit to create something a little bit more threatening or thrilling. It's just wonderful. I really like Judex because it shifted away from Fantomas and Le Vampire, because it tried to do something a little bit different and succeeded in what it was trying to do, creating a film where we still had good guys and bad guys, but then we had that great character of Judex who was doing bad things but with somewhat good intentions later on. Absolutely love this one. This was terrific. Probably my favourite of the three so far, just because it felt as if the storyline was far better plotted and laid out, and because of the smaller range of characters, it was a little bit more impactful, and you really got to see those story arcs throughout it. Let's dive into the discs and have a look at the extras. In the disc for Judex, we have the prologue, episode 1, The Mysterious Shadow, 2, Atonement, 3, The Fantastic Hounds, 4, The Secret of the Tomb, 5, The Tragic Mill. And we have 3 commentaries here by Tim Lucas on Prologue, The Mysterious Shadow, and Atonement. This too, we have the play all function here, and then we have episode 6, The Licorice Kid, 7, The Woman in Black, 8, The Dungeons of the Chateau Rouge, When a Child Appeared, 10, The Heart of Jacqueline, 11, The Water Sprite, and 12, The Forgiveness of Love. We have 2 commentaries on The Water Sprite and The Forgiveness of Love. And The Forgiveness of Love. We also have Feuillade in Context, an interview with Neil Brand, which runs at just over 30 minutes, 26 seconds. And this is great because it talks all about the evolution of French cinema from the 1890s up until Feuillade came into it, and his aspect of filmmaking and how it made a big impact on French cinema at the time. It's a great talking head. That's the extras for Judex. There we have it, Judex, third serial in the Louis Feuillade set, and another absolute winner. Looks to it, I really can't underline how much these look fantastic, as if they were only made a couple of years ago. They're just terrific looking. They never look like something that was made over a century ago. Wonderful. I am looking forward to it. Kind of upset that I'm getting to the last serial in this set. It's been a wonderful journey, and it's one that I'm really looking forward to checking out, and I'll be back with that. And once I finish out this box set, I'll be able to do my top 10 releases from Eureka in 2024. I'm going to check everything out first though, so I've got 10 meh to come next, and that will be the last. I'd love to know your thoughts on Judex if you've seen it, so let me know in the comment box below whether you love it, hate it, whether you're looking to check it out now. I just want to know your thoughts on this. As always, there's more content up here. You can see more of my stuff. In the description box below are links to Patreon, membership program, manvyfilm.com always, in which you can support. Thanks for watching. We'll see you next time.